Okay, so as part of the Back to the Basics series that I told you I was going to do, I'm also going to show you the difference between using a really basic cotton thread and why upgrading to extra strength upholstery thread or pearl thread makes a difference, because I'll show you. I'm just going to cut a piece here. This is my extra strength thread, which I always double. Now I'm going to take this like this and pull as hard as I possibly can, and like I said, I'm quite brutal with my strength. Like I said, I tend to, even being clumsy, I tend to break a lot of things because I'm very heavy-handed. Now I've got that between my two and wrapped over there. If I pull with all my adult strength, even if I do this, it does not break. Doubled, that is virtually impossible to break. Now, if we do exactly the same piece in a very basic cotton, you know, that you get any sort of sewing accessory area, wrap that exactly the same as I just did then. As you can see, it snapped in seconds, whereas like I said, I used twice as much force on that other piece and it did not move at all. So again, like I said, these might be cheap, but like I said, they're not worth it in the long run, because like I said, of how quickly they snap, and certain styles, especially when you're sort of getting into your boutiques with your stitch placements and wrapping and things like that, it will snap far too easily. And like I said, you want to pay that a little bit more for your thread, and I used the Gutermann Extra Strength, which is a polyester based one, and like I said, I always double it when I thread, but it works. And upholstery thread and pearl thread works as well, so like I said, invest in that slightly better one. And what I've got here is this one is with the extra strength thread, and I've just made a simple dahlia flower in a rarely dual colour, and I've also done it exactly the same in the cotton that we just snapped a minute ago. Now when I make these styles of bows, I do the cinch method, which is to squish them all up like so and then tie, and I'll show you why, if you're heavy-handed like myself and not tiny and delicate with all things, why this doesn't work. Right, so it does work on occasion, but a lot of the time it doesn't, because if you pull too much, that's just unsnapped, and that happens. And it's a complete waste of all your hard work. Whereas you can do exactly the same with your doubled extra strength thread. And you can get it as tight as you possibly need to. You don't have to worry about any snapping whatsoever. It pulls your middles together so you can get your embellishments on without any trouble at all, like so. And if you pull, you saw how it did the other one, no movement at all. That's not going to pop open. If you cut too close or heat sealed some of your ribbon, because that's another thing that happens, if you heat sealed near this too close, again it will just literally snap from the heat. Get the light for you. See? Whereas if you put it near the extra strength, it goes, but not half as quick as that, and like I said, it's less prone to snapping if it does get a little bit of heat on it. So that is the difference it makes. And like I said, if you're using even worse quality than this, which I have seen people do, you can't even cinch your middles to this tightness in the first place. And again, that can make a huge difference on certain ranges of your bows. So like I said, that's why it is worth investing in that a little bit more for your thread and getting your, like I said, extra strength upholstery thread or pearl thread. And like I said, thanks for watching. Bye.